evening and welcome to our Saturday evening news programme. It's Saturday the 13th of May and coming to you live from the heart of Wyke, Regis. And in the news this week, a new mayor and deputy mayor for Weymouth were elected this week. Councillor Kate Weller of Wyke Regis has been elected as the new mayor of Weymouth at the annual council meeting on Wednesday the 10th of May, with Councillor Alex Furman elected as deputy mayor. Outgoing Mayor Councillor Anne Weaving and outgoing Deputy Mayor Councillor Tirouz were both thanked for all their work over the previous year by the incoming Mayor. Councillor Anne Weaving was described as a terrific ambassador for the town, and during a short speech she expressed her thanks to everyone who supported her as Mayor, saying it was her happiest year. Newly elected Mayor Kate, who lives in Wyke Regis, said, "I am delighted to take on the prestigious role of Mayor of Weymouth and will relish the opportunity to promote our scenic coastal town to residents and visitors alike during my year in office." Other elections which took place on the evening include Councillor David Harris was elected as council leader, with Councillor Luke Wakeling as deputy leader, and the following councillors were nominated to serve as committee chairs. Will be confirmed at the next respective committee meetings. Councillor Ryan Hope, Chair of Services Committee, Councillor Peter Dickinson, Chair of Planning and Licensing Committee, Councillor Colin Huckle, Chair of the HR Committee, Councillor Howard Legg, Chair of the Appeals Committee, and Councillor Pete Barrow, Chair of Finance and Governance Committee. So well done to all of those, and we look forward to seeing what Kate gets up to in the year ahead. It's Mental Health Awareness Week this coming week, and there is much pressure on young people to do well in exams, and it can be overwhelming and affect a young person's mental health. But help is available. During this year's Mental Health Awareness Week, Dorset Healthcare's mental health support teams in their school service is advising children and young people how to cope with exam stress and signposting them to help if they need it. Throughout the week, the service will be presenting at schools across the county and sharing tips on how to reduce exam stress and manage feelings of anxiety. Staff will also share information about various coping mechanisms via social media channels. Some top tips from the team on reducing exam stress include: be realistic and focus on what you can achieve. Make a plan, break it up and give yourself time to unwind before going to bed. Take time to relax too. Have a bath, watch TV, be creative. Keep active. Exercise raises hormone levels so you feel energised and less stressed. Even a short walk to get some fresh air will wake you up. Drink lots of water. It helps concentration. Keep the room you are revising in clean. A clear space equals a clear mind. Reduce your phone usage and move it away from you when revising. And talk to a friend, parent or teacher. If you have any issues, a problem shared is a problem halved. And now Nova Boviard, clinical lead for Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole for the mental health school service, said parents and carers can help their child manage exam stress and anxiety if they don't feel like they are coping. Listen to your child, give them support and avoid criticism. Remind your child that it's normal to feel anxious. Nervousness is a natural reaction to exams, but if anxiety is getting in the way rather than helping, encourage your child to speak with a teacher who can offer support and get some more help if needed. We work with schools to help children feel more resilient, giving them techniques to look after themselves and strategies to help them cope better with life's ups and downs. Now, there is a pocket book of coping skills that's available to download from the Dorset Healthcare website, which is www.dorsethealthcare.nhs.uk, and children and young people can seek out direct support from the mental health leads in each of their schools. Each school now is supposed to have a designated mental health lead. School staff and parents can also contact the team if they have any concerns about a pupil. Now, to find out more about which schools currently have mental health support staff, you can do that by visiting www.camsdorset.org about CAMS mental health support team. What I can tell you is all the schools in Wyke, both the senior, junior and infant schools, all have a mental health lead in place. So any parent or youngster, all they need to do is ask to speak to the mental health lead in the school. It is currently being rolled out to all schools across Dorset, and if they're not already working in a school, they will be soon. Now, to get access to all of the resources, including the pocket guide, there's a simple website. It's https://linktr.ee/Dorset MHST. I'll read that again. We'll put that up on our Facebook page as well. It's https://linktr.ee/Dorset MHST. And there is help available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by calling the Dorset Healthcare Trust connection phone line on 0800 652 0190 or on NHS 111 if urgent support is needed. Now, a stunning new wildlife observatory is planned for Brownsea Island. Construction work has started on the Lookout, a new building commissioned by Dorset Wildlife Trust, which will become the first nature destination for visitors to Brownsea Island. It has been designed to introduce the island's diverse wildlife and habitats, with an elevated viewing platform which will provide spectacular views over the wetland habitats of the lagoon and the many birds which nest, breed and feed there. The Lookout is part of Dorset Wildlife Trust's Wild Brownsea project, which has been developed in partnership with the National Trust. It is part funded by the National Heritage Lottery Fund and contributions from the National Trust, the Fine Foundation and Dorset Wildlife Trust members and supporters. The Wild Brownsea project aims to improve access to Brownsea Island and encourage more visitors to learn more about, enjoy and help to conserve the island's natural heritage. Delivering the Lookout is an important part of the project to enhance the overall visitor experience. Now, Dorset Wildlife Trust Chief Executive Brian Blease said, "Our vision for the Lookout was put on hold by the pandemic, so it's very exciting to now see our plans finally coming to fruition. As part of the Wild Brownsea project to help people engage with nature and all that Brownsea has to offer, the Lookout will give visitors a unique opportunity to see the internationally important numbers of wild birds on Brownsea's lagoon without in any way disturbing them. We are very much looking forward to seeing the Lookout built over the next few months and to giving visitors a warm welcome." Now, Brownsea Island is open to the public every day until the end of September, and partially open during October. The Lookout will be opening in 2024. A new funding round is launched to help communities thrive across Dorset. Grants of up to £5,000 are available for projects that bring communities across Dorset together. If you're looking to kickstart a new project that will make a difference for people in your community, Round 5 of the Community and Culture Project Fund has now opened. The grants, which are managed by Dorset Council, welcome applications for projects and events for community arts, accredited museums, heritage, sports, youth play and physical activity. Last year, the grant supported a wide range of local projects, including arts and crafts, physical activities, sports clubs, warm spaces, food banks, lunch clubs and cost of living support for childcare places. Not-for-profit groups which meet the funding criteria that Dorset Council set are welcome to apply for the grant, which can fund up to £5,000 towards a project that will have a social impact and support local communities and hard-to-reach groups. Now, to find out if you're eligible and how to apply, you can go along to the Dorset Council website at www.dorsetcouncil.gov.uk. The closing date for applications is Sunday the 7th of July at midnight, and decision letters will be sent to all applicants by the end of July. So there we go. You've got to get your applications in by the 7th of July if you think that could be a help to your community. Now, if the sea and the splendour of magnificent tall ships appeals to you, Weymouth is the place to be later this month. From Thursday the 18th of May until Sunday the 21st of May, there will be a rare opportunity to see and explore on board the full-size replica of a massive 17th century Spanish galleon, similar to those of the Spanish Armada that was famously defeated by Sir Francis Drake in 1588. These vessels weren't just fighting ships but massive trading vessels that could carry over 1,200 tonnes of cargo whilst accommodating 150 crew plus merchants, servants and families, and not forgetting their animals. Now, enormous fleets, sometimes up to 70 ships, would sail in convoy between Spain and the Americas or Asia, taking supplies to their colonies and returning with gold, silver and precious gems. So it's hardly surprising the ships were armed, as they had to frequently defend attacks by pirates and foreign nations, including England. It was the Spanish galleons that linked nations to trade and share cultures between continents. Now, El Galeon was launched in 2009 in Huelva in Spain. The entire timber structure used Iroko, pine and beech, and it's reinforced using a totally new and innovative technique to ensure that a 500-year-old design meets all 21st century regulations in respect of sea safety. After 3 years of intense research, followed by 2.5 years in building, the vessel was rigged with over 8 miles of traditional rope to handle her 9,000 square feet of sails. The ship's spacious 6 decks accommodate a fascinating range of features and exhibits that provide a floating museum displaying the history of these magnificent craft and the age in which they operated. Now, El Galeon will be open in Weymouth Harbour from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. daily, from Thursday the 18th of May until Sunday the 21st of May. There is a small admission charge with reduced prices for children and families. Now, patients who are unexpectedly admitted to hospital in Dorchester with no belongings will now receive a free comfort bag thanks to the Friends of Dorset County Hospital. The charity has donated bags full of essential toiletries for patients who have been admitted to the emergency department and need to be transferred to a ward. The items include toothpaste and toothbrush, deodorant, washcloth, tissues, wipes, comb, hairbrush, etc. All of those necessities. Annette Kent, who's Vice Chair of the Friends of Dorset County Hospital, said, "If you're admitted to hospital unexpectedly, you will not have all those key items that help provide a little bit of comfort. We hope that these bags will make life a little easier for patients and their families during what is often a very stressful time." The charity has initially donated 50 bags and they have another 50 ready to restock and plan to continue providing more of them in the future. Now, if you would like to support the work of the Friends of Dorset County Hospital, you can donate online by searching for Friends of Dorset County Hospital to get their website. You can email them at friends@dchft.nhs.uk. That's friends@dchft.nhs.uk, or you can give them a call on 01305 255 896. That's 01305 255 896. Now, from Dorset Police this week. Dorset Police are investigating an incident where 2 people were assaulted in Weymouth Town Centre and are appealing for witnesses or anyone with relevant footage to come forward. The incident occurred at the K1 bus shelter on the Esplanade around 7 p.m. on Sunday the 30th of April. It is reported that a man and a woman aged in their 30s were sitting on a bench near to the toilet block when they were approached by a group of people. The woman sustained stab wounds during the incident and was taken to hospital for treatment. The male victim was assaulted with a knuckle duster, causing injuries to his face. Police Constable Jack Hansford of Weymouth Police said, "Our investigation is continuing and I'm appealing to anyone who witnessed what happened and has not already spoken to police to please come forward. I'm particularly keen to hear from anyone who is in the vicinity and may have captured anything of relevance on dashcam, CCTV or mobile phone." Now, also sticking with crime, a criminal gang has used explosives to get into a church and its safe in Wareham to steal tens of thousands of pounds worth of historic church silver. The gang are thought to have targeted 4 churches so far using similar methods. The latest has affected St Mary's Church in Wareham, and similar thefts have happened in Suffolk and Lancashire. Police and church authorities are asking anyone who knows about this particular theft or who is offered any church silverware to report it to the police. Church authorities are also asking members of the public to keep an eye on their local churches and to report any suspicious activity. If you've got any information on either of these crimes or incidents, you can call Dorset Police on 101, or if you wish to give the information anonymously, you can do this via Crime Stoppers on 0800 555 111. Now, the government have announced this week new laws allowing longer, bigger lorries to be driven on UK roads. Whilst I'm sure this will be welcomed by hauliers and large distributors, they may cause concern for other road users. Now, the new law means longer lorries will be introduced to GB roads to deliver on the government's priority to grow the economy, boost productivity, slash road emissions and support local supply chains. Legislation was laid before Parliament this week on the 10th of May to allow the rolling out of larger vehicles on British roads from the 31st of May. The longer lorries will be able to transport fast-moving consumer goods and retail products, as well as waste packaging, parcels and pallets. The new lorries will move the same volume of goods using 8% fewer journeys than current trailers, generating an expected £1.4 billion in economic benefit and taking one standard-sized trailer off the road for every 12 trips. As part of the efforts to grow the economy and cut emissions, the government is changing the regulations to allow longer trailers on GB roads, which it estimates will save 70,000 tonnes of carbon dioxide from being released into the atmosphere over 11 years. The move follows an 11-year trial to ensure they are used safely on our roads, and operators will be encouraged to put extra safety checks and training in place. The trial showed that larger and longer vehicles were involved in around 61% fewer personal injury collisions than conventional lorries. Vehicles which use longer trailers will still be subjected to the same 44-tonne weight limit as those using standard trailers, and the new vehicles are expected to cause less wear on the roads than conventional lorries due to the type of steering axle used. Operators will be legally required to ensure appropriate route plans and risk assessments are made to take the unique specifications of longer trailers into account. In addition to those new legal requirements, operators will also be expected to put in place extra safety checks, including driver training and scheduling, record keeping, training for transport managers and key staff. Now, more rail strikes are in the offing for both South Western Railways and GWR, and both rail operators have told passengers to expect further serious disruption. Strike action has been announced for Wednesday the 31st of May and the 3rd of June by ASLEF. There will also be further disruption on all services this week as union members work to rule by taking action short of a strike. And finally, in our headlines this week, it's not too late to think about going to Weymouth Community Expo, and it's not long to wait as this comes up next weekend. Weymouth Town Council's Community Expo returns next Saturday, the 20th of May, at the town's iconic Jubilee Clock. The event is a twist on the council's annual town meeting, highlighting the work of voluntary and community groups in the town, and also provides an opportunity for residents and visitors to find out more about the council services and projects and the work of the council, and how you can get involved more in local decision making. There will also be a chance to meet the newly elected Mayor of Weymouth, Councillor Kate Weller, from 1 p.m. at the Weymouth Town Council stand. Mayor of Weymouth, Councillor Kate Weller, said, "I'm excited to be attending the Community Expo on Saturday the 20th of May as one of my first engagements as the newly elected Mayor of Weymouth. And with around 30 stands confirmed from external charities to community and voluntary organisations, it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for people to come together and learn more about what Weymouth has to offer. So whether you live in the town or you are visiting over the weekend, I would encourage you to stop by the town's Jubilee Clock and say hello." Now that's next Saturday, the 20th of May, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Jubilee Clock in Weymouth. Now that's the end of this week's headlines. Now, last weekend was the King's coronation, and here in Wyke, Regis, we had a celebration for the community called the Big Coronation Celebration. It was very well attended. It was a lovely day with lovely sunshine all afternoon, and I thought I would share with you some of that event, and some of the video in this clip comes courtesy of Meredy Phillips, who took some film on the afternoon. there we go. I don't know what you were doing last weekend, but hopefully if you are involved in the coronation or a local event, that you had a good time too. And you saw there the teddy zip wire, and we had about 80 teddies who went down the zip wire and had a thoroughly good afternoon. Now, oh dear, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat now. Beauty of live TV. Anyway, next tonight we're going to hear from Wayne at Everything Dorset about a very popular family visitor attraction, Farmer Palmer's, which I'm sure some of you have been to. But if you haven't, it's worth a visit, and especially if you've got a young family. And so here we go. We're going to learn a little bit about Farmer Palmer's now.
Hello, so this is Wayne from Everything Dorset, and today I'm at Farmer Palmer's, and I'm here with the two directors, Sandra and Philip, and they're going to tell us about this amazing place they have here. So, how did Farmer Palmer's all come about, guys?
Well, about 1996, I came back from London and I started milking cows, and I could see that there wasn't a big business in cows long term, so I was looking at other alternatives, and I heard an advert on the radio for a place out near Swanage, and I thought, well, if they can afford to advertise on the radio, there must be some legs in it. So I looked into it, and that's really what started it off. I went to look at other farm parks around the country and picked out bits and bobs that I thought I could afford to do, like Straw Mountain and the pedal tractors and some play areas. And that's really how it started. And we ran the cows alongside the farm park for a little while. And then when we realised the farm park was going to work, then we got rid of the cows and focused our time and effort on the farm park.
Amazing. So you have a very special anniversary coming up soon, don't you?
We do. We're 25 years at the end of this June, which has gone past extremely quickly. But yeah, 25 years in business, and it's been absolutely brilliant.
Every day's fantastic, isn't it? Every day's different.
Amazing. Great stuff. So there's a famous saying that you should never work with children and animals. Why did you decide to do that?
Well, of course, the animals were already, I was up to my neck in those, and the children bit was what made me think that I could actually make a business out of it, because I couldn't make a business out of animals alone. So a combination of the two pushed me into it.
Excellent. So I know you specialise in birthday parties here for children. What sort of age group do you cater for?
So we cater for children about 7 and under. We say 8 and under because that's the best age, that if they're both on the bouncy castle, it's a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old, they can work in harmony together. Birthday parties here are really popular, and some families come back over and over. So we host those mainly on the weekends, and we have a dedicated team to do that.
Sounds fantastic. So we've got May half term coming up. What sort of events have you got happening here?
Well, May's really exciting. So we've got Wild West.
Water pistols on the tractor trailer ride, which I end up getting very wet involved because they all shoot me.
They do shoot you, don't they? And then that's Monday, Tuesday, so they will sell out really fast. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we've got sheep shearing event, which is all included in the ticket price, so they can come and see a number of different times. So that'll be really educational.
Excellent. And Father's Day is coming up as well. What's happening for Father's Day?
Well, we like dads, we like mums, we like grandparents, so we're doing half price, but you have to book your tickets online.
Online, okay. So there's something for everybody here, isn't there, Farmer Palmer's? So if it's pouring rain, you've got lots to do. If it's sunny, you've got lots to do with the animals.
Yeah, we've got plenty of undercover, Straw Mountain, pedal tractors, bouncy castle, all the animal events can go on undercover. The little farmer's barn with some sensory things, and yeah, it's nice if it's dry, but it's certainly not a washout if it's wet. Okay,
and just mentioning the animals slightly, do you have any long members here in your animal community?
What about Toby?
Donkey, yes. Yeah. They last donkey's years, don't
they? Do. He's got to be at least 22. He came in very soon after we opened.
Excellent. So he's very popular with the locals?
He is. Donkeys are a bit of a character, and he definitely is.
Shrek springs to mind.
Yeah.
It's got an attitude.
Real attitude. That's great.
Yes.
So if somebody wants to get a membership here or just come for a day trip, how do they go about booking?
We did a great reinvestment in the website last year with a local company, and we've got online tickets that are available through our website, which is farmerpalmers.co.uk. All the events that we have are on there, which just keeps updated all the time, which is brilliant. And we've also got annual passes on there, which we've got nearly 5,000 annual pass holders.
Wow.
So that is catering to the amazing people of Dorset.
Excellent. I see you also have a weekly car boot sale here. Is that proven popular?
Yeah, it's very popular. Dad, who's 87, he's in charge of that, and he absolutely loves getting up early for that, just once a week, as opposed to every day when he was milking cows with me. So he loves the car boot sale.
And it keeps him engaged. He still does hedge cutting and things like that, and you can't keep a farmer down. That is their life. That's the way they go.
Yeah.
Excellent. So if somebody's never been to Farmer Palmer's before, it might be outside the local area, whereabouts are you exactly?
We are between Poole and Wareham. We're in a place called Organford, postcode BH166EU, and people come to us from Yeovil, Southampton, Weymouth, so we're pretty accessible.
Excellent. So it's been lovely speaking to you today, guys, and I wish you a very busy May half term.
Thanks very much.
So thank you to Wayne and the guys there from Farmer Palmer's, and that website is www.farmerpalmers.co.uk, and as I said, they are based at Organford, which is just by the Baker's Arms roundabout. It's not far from there, just north of Wareham, so it's actually quite an easy run out from Weymouth if you're taking the family, and probably can be there in 20-25 minutes on a good day. Out through Dorset and out on the road to Poole. So why not try it out if you're looking for somewhere to take the family when they're next with you. Now it's that time in the programme where we go to regular contributor Andrew Wright for this week's film review and preview.
Welcome to Wyke Regis TV film review and preview. I'm Andrew Wright. This week, the trailer for Meg 2, The Trench, was released by Warner Brothers. The film is a sequel to 2018's The Meg and stars Jason Statham and Cliff Curtis returning from the first film. The film revolves around Statham's rescue diver Jonas Taylor returning to the deepest depths of the ocean on an exploration, only to come up against more Megalodon, a prehistoric shark. The first film was a box office success but received mixed reviews from critics. I enjoyed the first film, so I'm looking forward to this second dive into the ocean. The film is in cinemas this August, courtesy of Warner Brothers Pictures. This week, Universal Pictures released the second trailer for Christopher Nolan's new film, Oppenheimer, based on the biography of J. Robert Oppenheimer. The film stars Cillian Murphy as Oppenheimer, as the film revolves around his life during the Manhattan Project and his contributions that led to the creation of the atomic bomb. The film features an all-star cast including Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Rami Malek, Kenneth Branagh and Gary Oldman as President Truman. The film is notable for being the first film to feature sections filmed in IMAX black and white analog photography. It is also notable for being Nolan's first film not involving Warner Brothers since Memento in 2000, due to decisions Warner Brothers took during the pandemic that strained the relationship. I'm a fan of Christopher Nolan's work, and this trailer looks pretty good, so I'm excited for the film. It's in cinemas this July. This weekend, Netflix is releasing a new action drama called The Mother. The film stars Jennifer Lopez and revolves around a former assassin coming out of hiding to protect her estranged daughter after they get targeted by dangerous assailants. The film is on Netflix this weekend. That's all I have for this week, but be sure to check back next week where I will preview Fast X, the penultimate installment of the main Fast and Furious series. Now back to Gary in the studio.
Thank you very much there, Andrew. And Andrew mentioned in his piece there, the trailer for Meg 2 has been released this week, and in true style, and by agreement with Warner Brothers. We have got the trailer to show you now. It's Meg 2 The Trench. It'll be released in the UK on the 4th of August by Warner Brother Pictures. And here we go now.
Jonas, we need your help. We're detecting increased aquatic activity 25,000 feet deep in the trench. It's an ancient ecosystem untouched by man. Whatever is down there is trying to make its way to the surface.
This is a bad idea.
Just a little bit. Jonas, we've got company.
That's the biggest meg I've ever seen.
Biggest meg anyone's ever seen.
That's the apex predator.
Everybody make it to the station! You can make it! Inside!
3 massive megs and who knows what else have escaped the breach.
I just hope it goes better than last time.
What happened last time? You don't want to know. Go! We've never seen this before. They hunted in packs.
You can relax. This place, meg-proof. I mean, Jonas was always afraid of this, but I was also thinking...
There we go, that's Meg 2 The Trench from Warner Brother Pictures, out on the 4th of August. So if you like a bit of a Jaws type thing and a bit of a action thriller, then that looks to be the sort of film for you. Now it's that time in the programme where we look to see what the weather has in store for us. And firstly, the national weather forecast, and this week we are joined by Greg Dewhurst from the Met Office.
Hello there, we've got a fine weekend to come, particularly across parts of England and Wales. If we look at the bigger picture, we can see why. We've got an area of high pressure holding on, giving settled weather at the moment, though this weather front does move in across parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland for Sunday, and then later into Monday sinks south across the country. But as it pushes southwards, it introduces a northerly airflow across the UK, and this will actually also bring lower temperatures, so a colder feeling start to the beginning of next week. But let's enjoy the sunshine that we have out there for many of us through the rest of Saturday. Blue skies for most. However, the low cloud will just hold on across eastern parts of the Midlands towards the Wash area, northern parts of East Anglia too, perhaps 1 or 2 coastlines along northern parts of England. Elsewhere though, plenty of sunshine. Now the sunshine turning hazy across parts of Northern Ireland and the Highlands too. And in that sunshine, temperatures will lift. We'll generally see the high teens to low 20s, 21, 22 degrees possible, but just notice along some eastern coast, really struggling here, perhaps even to get into double figures where we keep the lowest and thickest cloud, and a bit of a breeze across some parts too. In that sunshine though, UV levels will rise to high for many of us, reaching 6 or 7. And we're coming to the end of the tree pollen season now, so generally moderate levels, but grass pollen starting to become more dominant. Into the evening, a fine end to the day for many. The low cloud, though, across the east will start to slip back southwestwards as we head into the early hours. And then we've got that rain arriving across Northern Ireland and northwestern parts of Scotland as we move through the night. But in between, we will see some clear spells, and this will allow some mist and fog patches to develop. Under the clear spells, we'll see temperatures dip into single figures, a bit less cold across the northwest of the UK where we have that cloud and rain to greet us first thing Sunday morning. So a wet picture here, different picture compared to Saturday. And this frontal system just slowly pushes its way southwards through the day. After a grey start across England, it brightens up. We'll see sunny spells, more in the way of sunshine developing for eastern parts of England that's seen the cloud through Saturday. We could just see 1 or 2 showers ahead of the weather front, but most places will be dry. And then behind it, it does brighten up across Northern Ireland, northwest Scotland, but it will be fresher here. It is a cold front, so temperatures lowering through the afternoon, 13 or 14 degrees across northern areas. However, in the south and east, still reaching around 22 degrees in the best of the sunshine. UV levels in that sunshine also reaching high across the south. And pollen levels, with that fresher air and the rain, it will lower across the north. So we pick up that weather front through Sunday evening across northern England, northern Wales, and it only slowly pushes its way southwards. So a dry end to the day across central, southern, southeast England. A few showers for Northern Ireland and Scotland too. So taking a quick look into next week, we will generally have high pressure near or over the UK. So that means there'll be sunny spells around. We do have a chilly start though as that cold front clears, but there are signs it does start to turn warmer, particularly through the second half of the week. So generally there will be plenty of sunny spells, but also the risk of showers at times too. And if you'd like more information on the weather where you are over the next few days and into next week, you can find us on our social media channels. See you again soon.
Thank you very much there, Greg, for the national weather forecast. I'm just looking at the weather for the south coast here for the week ahead. We can see we have got sunshine. We have got showers that looks like on Monday and Friday, but generally sunny spells, a bit of cloud, and hopefully not too wet, with temperatures being warm but not too hot. So hopefully a reasonable week ahead for us here in Wyke, Regis and Weymouth. Now turning to our What's On, coming up, Weymouth Pavilion tomorrow, a tribute to Amy, that's an Amy Winehouse tribute. 19th of May, the Bowie Experience. 21st of May, Sunday night comedy with Arthur Smith. 24th of May, Walk Right Back, the Everly Brothers story. 26th of May, Bruno Mars tribute band. 27th of May, Robert Lamberti, who's a George Michael tribute. And then, quite importantly, coming up, the Wessex Musical Theatre presents The Addams Family. That looks to be a very good show. They always put on an excellent show, always very popular. Tickets usually sell out. That's the 31st of May to the 3rd of June, and hopefully we will be telling you a bit more about that next week. So that's the 31st of May to the 3rd of June, Wessex Musical Theatre presenting The Addams Family. Now, box office is weymouthpavilion.com, online or by telephone 01305 783 225. That's 01305 783 225. Now, the Knowth Fort has got its classified bunker running this weekend, so that's open again tomorrow. They have got for half-term week, the 27th of May to the 4th of June, Pirates of the Fort. So all sorts of pirate stuff for families and children for half-term week. 10th of June, 5 o'clock till 10 p.m, silent disco. And on the 2nd of August, This Is My Theatre presents A Much Ado About Nothing. So pop along to the Knowth Fort website for tickets for those sort of things, or those things that are just for turning up, just turn up on the day. There's a car boot sale tomorrow at Bagwell Farm in aid of Weymouth Lifeboat. That's open from 8 a.m. tomorrow. If you still want to book a pitch, then go on to the Bagwell Farm car boot sale Facebook page and it will tell you whether there are still pitches available. They are £5 for a car. The National Trust South Dorset branch have a talk on metal detecting by Stuart MacLeod called Metal Detecting in Dorset, A Beginner's Guide on Tuesday, May the 23rd. That's a week on Tuesday at 2:30 at St Aldon's Church Centre, Spa Road. It's £3 for members, £4 for non-members. There's no need to book. You can just turn up on the day, and we will mention that again next week. And tomorrow, regular services in Wyke Regis are 8 o'clock and 9:30 at All Saints Church at Wyke, and 11 o'clock at St Edmund's Church, Weymouth, or Lane House, sorry. Now, our other programme tonight, our weekly quiz, will be on at 7:30. The stream will be up at 7:15. As it's at Eurovision, some of the questions tonight will be about Eurovision, so it'll be slightly Eurovision themed. Now, that quiz is open to anybody. Please do join us. Please tell other people about it. It's all free, it's family friendly, and it's there for anybody to join in with. Of course, we want to hear from you. We want to hear your stories and your news and your events, and you can send those to us at any time at news@wykeregis.tv. We'll be pleased to have them and to include them in a future programme. So that's all I have for you this week in our Saturday 6 o'clock news. I will be back next Saturday at 6 o'clock. I hope you have a good weekend and a good week ahead, and I look forward to being back with you next Saturday. Good night.